I heard a lady in the background. She was like, "He's dead. He's been laying there." And
Oh,
I got confused. I was like, "What?" Like it was a couple of seconds. Like I just got
Did
right
you
up.
wonder if you were dead? Like maybe you're at like an out of body experience.
Right,
That would
right.
freak me out, man. All right. Hello, bodybuilding fans. Welcome to another episode of Big Bad Bodybuilding. I'm your host, Zach Barnard. With me, as always, Dennis, the Big Bad Wolf, coming to us from Las Vegas. Dennis, you've been driving around all over the West. Why don't you tell us about your last couple of weeks, bro? How you
good
doing?
morning, Zach. I'll be doing well. Yes, I've been around. I've been to Arizona for a podcast, Strict Athletics. Great people. And this guy has a facility in his house, starting with the gym, massage therapy room, sauna, swimming pool, everything what is connected to recovery or training. So his half house was built out, as a gym and all of that. So it was amazing. I had a lot of fun. And last Saturday, I went to LA to see my friends from Jumedi. So the owner, Shimi from Jumedi, was there, and we had a good time. Of course, unfortunately, every time I go to LA, it's like a bad weather. So the whole day was like in Germany, gray, cold, rain. So, well,
Right. Well, that's how it is here in Texas as well. So I want to know a little bit more about this thing you went to in Arizona, and I've seen this guy's gym online. It's like a superhero theme, right? So is that his deal? He's like a personal trainer. You do like private training with him, or does he have a podcast? Or I haven't got to watch the podcast yet.
yes, yeah, he does personal training, all the recovery stuff, and he's a big fan of Marvel, as you see that, and all of this figures, right? All of that stuff. He is everywhere. Like it's like from that small to life size, and everything is 3D printed, and he did it also by himself. So
Oh,
amazing! It's
really?
it's it's
Okay, I thought it was
incredible.
like
Yeah,
collectibles. He's printed this stuff. Now, how big is the
a lot
gym?
of collectible stuff, and also a lot of 3D printed. Yeah,
Okay, is it like a legit gym? Like you can get a full workout in there? It's like, I mean, how many
absolutely.
rooms is the gym? Is this a pretty big?
Uh, it's not big, but it's enough for everything. So
Okay.
it's I was surprised how cool it is, and uh, that feeling in it. So, and then also his studio is like the same thing. Marvel everywhere.
That's crazy.
Amazing, amazing. That's
So is this
so.
like open to the
So I
public or
understand
you?
it's like how much work is behind it, and how much time. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Huh. So does he just take, it's like you have to book an appointment with them more or less, kind of like people do
Yes,
with
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Okay.
So
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
So and then he has a massage therapist. She's working over there. She has clients too. So a lot of athletes or former athletes do that. Recovery stuff with him. He has like cold bath, like I think like two or three small pools, so you can even swim in it. With that stream in the pool. So I mean, high quality, everything, high class. It's yeah, impressive. Very, very impressive.
Huh. All right. Well, good deal. Got a great guest on the show today. First, we want to send a shout out to Olympia Trading Cards, one of our sponsors. Be sure and go and check them out at olympiatradingcards.com. Use code WOLF10 and get 10% off. You can get a medal like this one right here. I believe it has 15 or 20 cards in it. But great people over there, Gloria, they're getting that thing going. Hopefully to see our guest on one of these soon if he's not on a card already. Also, big things, nutritionwolf.com. We're going to have a buy one, get one starting Friday through Monday. So you guys definitely check out the website and best time to buy one, get one. Check out all of our products, see what's coming up, what's coming out, what'll be new. So that'll launch on Friday. All right, let's get into it. Dennis, I'd love to introduce the this year's California State Pro winner, also former New York Pro champion. Please welcome Tonio, the Predator Burton.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
There he is. There he is. Tonio, welcome to the show,
Tonio.
man. Dennis, do you guys know, how well do you guys know each other? And have you had a chance to collaborate on any kind of project together?
Not really.
No.
So I've been
like,
following him, but it's like, you know, I'm not that involved anymore. So I'm not that, you know, that they were, you can see me at every show. So I'm not going to New York or California stage show or something like that. So it's more online, right? So, yeah, that's the new world. But yeah, great accomplishment for the last 2 years, you know, and great improvements. So hey, thank you for coming on the show, my friend.
I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you for
Yeah,
the
man.
compliments too. That's big.
We've been DMing for a while, and it's great to have you on. I would have loved to had you on earlier. And I'll confess, I was kind of checking out some backstory and on your Instagram and whatnot. So I just found out that you had this big accident recently, with this motorcycle accident. And man, are you at a place where you can kind of share some of that? And how are you doing? And are you recovered from that yet?
Oh yeah, it happened. So I didn't post about it right away. I just didn't want the sadness coming from me, you know what I mean? It was something I needed to handle and, you know, warm up to it on my own. It happened probably about a month ago, a little bit over a month. I wasn't even speeding or anything. I was actually cruising, and a car tried to beat traffic, and he was turning left out of a parking lot and ran right into me. I went over the car, and I remember as I'm tumbling, I was in and out. So I would see some parts of it, and then I was gone, and I was back, and you know whatnot. At the end of it, like I remember laying face down and looking at the accident, and then I turned my head the other way, and then I just laid there. And then when I came back to, I heard a lady in the background. She was like, "He's dead. He's been laying there." And I got confused. I was like, "What?" Like it was a couple of seconds. Like I just got right up.
You wonder if you were dead? Like maybe you're at like an out of body experience. That would
right.
freak me out, man. Like
Well, see, that was the thing. When like I talked about it a little bit. I felt like laying there because I mean everything was hurting, and just things that I was dealing with and going through at the time. It was almost like if I had a choice to, you know, stay there, you know, throw in the towel, like just be done, you know. And I think it happened the way it did and when it did for a reason, because I was actually on my way to go pick up my son from school. And I think that was a big part to me getting up and, you know, trying to get to him, because that's all I was worried about when I got up. I walked, I picked up my bike off the ground to see if my phone was under there. I was asking everyone if they see my phone, and they're like, "Dude, you need to sit down. Like, you shouldn't be alive." Right. And my main focus was just getting in touch with my son. And so yeah, I think we had a choice in that moment. And I mean, I'm still here. I choose to stay. You know, it showed me how much people I have depending on me, and you know, I'm gonna continue to, you know, stay straight and do what I have to do and stay focused on my little ones and my family. You know what I mean? So seeing everybody who was worried about it was huge. You know, I didn't think I was get that much love from it, because I had a lot of DMs, a lot of comments, everyone, you know, checking to see if I'm okay, trying to drive into town to take care of me. So it was cool.
Is that kind of like a hobby for you, or is that kind of your main mode of transportation you've used for years?
No, so it's a hobby I like. I have a truck, I have a Camaro, and then the motorcycle is just one of those things where it's just a free feeling, you know what I mean? You're the fastest thing on the road, you know, although you feel all the wind. And when I'm riding with the biker gang that, you know, I ride with, that's when things get fun. Crazy.
The biker gang. Okay, so you're in a gang now. All right.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a biker crew, I'll say.
I got you, man. So, Dennis, have you ever had a bike before? Dennis is into the speed and all that kind of stuff. Dennis, have you ever owned a bike?
No, when I was 12, 13, 14, I was riding bike in Russia.
That's it.
See, look, that's fun.
Man, I had one when I was like 16, and I let a friend of mine, well, wasn't even a friend, I was a coworker, drive it, and he came back pushing the thing, and I probably saved my life because I never wound up getting another one. But I think I was 16 years old. My mom wasn't real happy, but yeah, it might have been the best decision I ever made was to not get that thing fixed. So, Tonio, are you going to get back on the bike, or is that shaking you a little bit to stay off of it for a while?
No, I mean, at the moment, I won't get another two-wheel bike, but
you will.
I fell on so this was second time falling. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
first time was my fault. I was on the freeway, and like I said, when we ride with our biker crew, we get a little fun. And I remember falling on the freeway. So there was that time, and then I ended up getting a bigger bike after that, which was a 750. My football coach made me sell that though, or I couldn't play. So I got rid of that in college, and then I came back and I got the Hayabusa. And I
So,
mean that
Jim
thing,
Mania may be giving you a call soon and telling you cannot ride the bicycle anymore.
yeah.
Motorcycle. Well, I mean, in all seriousness, is this going to affect, I mean, as far as like your physique, your skin tone? I mean, are you recovering from that? Do you expect a full recovery?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I saw
about
some of
what,
the
3
pictures.
weeks?
I mean, it was down to the bone.
Right. Yeah, 3 weeks into the recovery part of it, I was back into the gym.
Okay.
I was still bandaged up, so those posing videos where I have the wrap on, that was after the accident. And really the only thing that was hard was like because my left hand, it got burned up. So trying to hold dumbbells or put weight on it, even when it was wrapped, it was just like couldn't do it. So I was like using my knuckles to push up the bar or whatever, making a fist. But nah, I think when you really want something, you're gonna figure it out. Skin tone's coming back. My right arm is slacking a little bit, but it's getting there. But as far as like breaks, fractures, sprain, tears, any of that, I didn't have any of that. It was just burns.
Okay. Well, I guess that's best case scenario.
Right.
Were you able to attend the Legions this year? Because I know Dennis went. Were you able to make it out there or no?
No. So I went to check-ins, and then right after check-ins is when the accident happened.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Oh, wow. I figured it was around the same time. I was going to ask Dennis if he saw you there and kind of get your thoughts on the show, because I know you won it. Was it?
Yeah, no,
22?
I couldn't remember, so that's why I'm like, okay, he was there or not? Yeah, like, okay, so wow, that's
Yeah,
too
it
bad.
happened right in front of where Legions is at. It happened right at that street light.
Oh,
No
wow.
way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, let me ask you, growing up there in Reno, how's the bodybuilding scene there? How has it been growing up there? And I mean, is that somewhere you think you'll continue to train at? And how is it compared to like the Vegas scene now, which is really exploded?
No, Reno is so far behind. We have great athletes. It's kind of like that diamond in the rough, It's such a small fitness community. So you can have everyone here back you, but it still wouldn't be like if you were in Vegas having that fitness community backing you. There's a few good gyms here, American Iron and Stimulus. But outside of that, we don't have like a, Powerhouse or Dragons there, those big type of gyms. Fitness for 10 Fitness Connection.
Do you like it like that? Or do you see yourself moving to more of a mecca like Las Vegas? Or do you just like it kind of where you're at?
Nah, right now, honestly, I'm here because, the little ones are here. Mm-hmm. But once they're done with, their schooling and they leave, I'm ready to leave. I want to go to Texas.
Okay, well, come on, man. We're ready. Everybody's coming down here, man.
To Texas or Las Vegas.
Yeah. Vegas is too fast. It's just such a fast life in Vegas. So
what part of Texas do you like? Do you have family down here? Or you just kind of want to come up here to North Texas where everybody's coming?
Yeah, well, I mean, so I was in Houston for a bit before I did New York in 23. So Houston was cool. I liked Roman's Empire Gym. That was one of the dopest gyms I've ever been to. The people were cool. And that's the biggest difference is the community. Here in Reno, and I've talked about this a few times, it's like crabs in a barrel. No one wants to help each other elevate. It's more like, oh, I need to be better than you, so I'm not going to go, help you or, anything like that. So it's very, I don't want to say competition. I just want to say it's like a lot of jealousy, envy here.
Gotcha.
Wow.
As in Texas, it's more like, hey, let's get a workout in together. And if they see you in the gym, they're going to come push you and tell you how good you look. We don't get that here.
Really?
Right.
Well, we had Brett Wilkin on a couple weeks ago, and he's about to move to Houston and open a gym there. So maybe you can swing by his place when you get over there.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. Do you know Brett at all?
Yeah. When he came out here for Legion. So I don't know if he told you guys, he lost his food on his travel. And
he mentioned that.
Matt and Justin called me. And so when he landed, I had cooked his food for him. So he can eat.
All right.
See, that's That's
Was it on the
see
back of
where
your motorcycle when you went into the when you went and never got it?
because of
Thanks
that.
for having me cut
See, that's what he was doing. He was making an Uber delivery to bread at the airport.
Yeah, DoorDash.
Right. Wow, well, that's cool, man. That's really cool. Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm here in North Texas, and I'm able to go up to Destination, quite when I can, and the gas team and stuff, and those are good guys down up there. And I know Stuart just moved in that area, so yeah, it's getting pretty big, man. I know you'll like it down here, but yeah, well, that's it's got a little time though. I'm guessing until that happens.
Oh yeah, there's something big I'm trying to get going here in Reno before I, leave. Something to give back to the community.
Good. Well, that's awesome.
It's always good. Yes.
Huh?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I said it's always good to give back. And,
well, so now I know you kind of have a little bit, of a past with gangs and things like that. Was that there in the Reno area that you kind of lived through all that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you still communicate, or were you able to kind of make a difference or impact on those people that you kind of grew up with?
Oh yeah. It's funny. A lot of the friends I was involved with then, when they see me now, like I'll still get phone calls from some of them, and it's we better never see you in the hood again. And someone outside hearing it, they're like, dang, who you got problems with? But to them, it's like, dude, you made it out of here. Like, we don't want to see you back over here. So we keep in touch, through phone calls. It's like when my little brother passed away, a lot of them came to, show their respects, to my mom and my family. And I believe that was the last time we actually were around each other. But yeah, all of them are doing better now. Family men, construction workers, which is cool, not because now I don't have to worry about those certain phone calls anymore.
Right. Well, I know your kids are athletes, and you may not, if you want to get into a lot of family, we don't have to, but I was just going to ask, I live with my kids, and I mean, my son's 10, but I've got them kind of going on some basics. We're not squatting heavy yet or anything, but is that something you're able to do with your kids? With your boys?
Oh yeah. So Elias, he's my oldest. He comes to the gym with me. He's the one I've been posting in the gym.
Yeah.
And that dude's, he's seen his changes already, and he's so cocky with it.
Oh, man, I've seen the pictures. He's really
it's so bad. He's like, I got this line now, and this one's coming in. So it's cool. But his brother was he's a boxer. So he just had a match, I believe 2 weekends ago. He won. So with him and weightlifting, have to be real careful because you don't want to mess up his mobility and his speed and everything lifting weights. So he has to train completely different.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. That's cool that you guys can do that together. So my son's a baseball player, so yeah, it's definitely different. So yeah, my buddy's friend's a baseball player, so he can tell you got, they want to get bigger, but you got to kind of train sport specific because you ain't gonna get that back once you graduate school, and then you can bodybuild, right?
Right.
Well, good deal. Well, let's talk a little bit about bodybuilding. I'm sure you saw the Prague show, and Dennis, we actually haven't talked about it since kind of that went down. I know we had a bet with Summerfeld, and I think you won, Dennis, because you called it second place. I think is where you said Chris would.
Yes, place. I did.
So I figured he'd be third. I really thought Presti was going to come up, who he didn't have a great showing. But overall, Tonio, how did you think they got that right? I thought that was spot on. I had Martin winning, but I mean, obviously Chris looked amazing. Tonio, what did you see when you saw that show?
Leading up into the show, without seeing everyone next to each other, I was saying C-Bum was going to walk away with it. Easy, because from an aesthetic point, the only one that was going to hang with him really was Martin. So I knew that was going to be 1 and 2. I know Martin's dense. I know he's aesthetically pleasing. I know he can bring conditioning. Same thing with Chris. I didn't think how good Martin stood next to him, that he would actually out-angle or look bigger than Chris in a lot of the poses. So I think he deserved that win.
Okay, so you had him winning. Chris, Dennis, do you agree? We hadn't really talked about it. I know Chris looked awesome. I mean, he could have gone either way, but I think they got it right.
Right.
Chris looked amazing. I mean, it's a great plan with what he had to come a little bigger, use the rebound, just fill out and feel great, just not to make weight or something like that. And we all could see it, how great his physique actually is, So, but it's still far away from open bodybuilding. And Martin was a clear winner. And I think Chris still looked really, really great next to the open bodybuilders, So, and that's a big plus from him. The structure, the physique is just um, unbelievable, uh, like beautiful, right? So like everything fits well together and all of that, and it looks good. And he also creates that vision, you know. So I mean, he knows what he's doing. I mean, he's a pro. He's a, you know, the best classic physique athlete, and yeah, I think the judges got it right, and it was nice and beautiful to see that something like that can happen on stage. That the classic physique guy can battle with the open class guys, you know. So it's, I like that really.
Right.
Tonio, having bypassed the Olympia this year, how do you think you would have done this year? Do you think you would have improved on your 8th place finish with the newer athletes and how stacked it was this year? You didn't make it out to the Olympia, did you?
No.
Yeah. How do you think you would have placed there?
I think top 4 would have stayed what it was, but that 5 or 6 spot, definitely think we could have got in there.
Yeah.
I say because from watching it, what a lot of the athletes were lacking, which a lot came in softer than what I expected. You know, that 5, 6, 7, I think, or in 8th, my bad, because I think Rafa got 8th. Their conditioning wasn't all that there, and I don't know, they just didn't stand out to me like I've seen before. And me and Justin talked about it as well. And I told him, man, we could have pushed it. Like we could have battled in that, top 5, 6 spot, which is cool. I'm not looking back at it like, damn, I regret it, and I wish we would have done it. Everything happens for a reason. And
Yeah.
8th place is a cool, finish, and then improving 2 spots is even better. But if we can take this off season, grow and grow, come next time and get even better than that, then I mean that's the bigger goal.
Well, and that was my main question. You brought it, Raphael did place 8th, and that's the question. Would you have beaten Raphael?
Oh yeah, I would have got him.
Oh, there we go. I knew that answer was
coming. The video,
the mindset of a champion,
on his page was cool, but
yeah.
I thought that was ironic that he got 8th, and then you placed 8th the year before. So I would have really liked to see that battle. I'm looking forward to it next year. So
I definitely plan on meeting him again.
Yeah, y'all got some scores to settle. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely a different type of physiques, though, man. I watched you guys, battle early this year at the Arnold, and man, that was great. I know it was could have gone either way. I think you make great points though as far as conditioning, but yeah, everybody wants to see that rematch. So, right. Dennis, how do you think Tonio would have done at the Olympia this year?
I mean, has a great physique, and the muscles are so round and full, and like dense and deep, and everything is there, right? So you just to keep going, doing what you do, and hope you're not overeat or overgrow or a little bit, so because the physique is amazing, so just don't rush yourself or so. How old are you now?
33.
Oh man, that's perfect. So, and like between 30 and 40, that's the best time for bodybuilder. The improvements are going to be insane, because that's when the body has like the completely different response. Gives you the response, right? So whatever you give to your body, and after so many years of training, that's the time. That's the age where you really and clearly can see big jumps in improvements. So I hope we're gonna see a lot of it.
Oh yeah, we're bringing something different this year.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say you have a very mature muscle look, and I know Dennis is big on that, and we talk about that a lot on the show. Would you attribute that at all to the style of training, or maybe coming up, or what really do you attribute your dense mature muscle look to? Do you think that's anything you've done specifically, or is it just more genetic?
I think it's both, with genetics and what I've been doing before. So like I was always an athlete. Football, basketball, track, boxing, wrestling, baseball. We were doing it all. Once I got under my uncle's his rooftop, then I wasn't involved in all sports. I started lifting at a young age. Like lifting as in, I remember we had bar stools, and I'll go grab them and just lay on my back and like just push them up and down, like I'm benching, because I would see my uncles do it, or whether it's push-ups and sit-ups, or, and once we got, to middle school, My friend had, weight equipment. We didn't know anything we were doing. We just doing what we seen, whether it was on TV or what we seen our uncles doing. And so I think that plays a big part, into muscle maturity and the style of training. I do go heavy, but I'll never go heavy to where I'm trying to PR or I can only do 5, 6 reps. Um, my rep range is 15 to 20.
Really?
And if so,
Okay.
like each time I complete a set, I'll go up weight. And, so it get heavy. And if I can still get that 20 reps, then we're going to keep going heavy, hitting that 20 reps. And then when I can't, I'll drop the weight and then I start that set over. Most people get 12 and then they'll drop the weight and then they'll do 8 more. Now, with me, the whole set starts over. And that's
Okay.
kind of what I've just turned into. So everything's almost a failure.
Wow. Yeah, that's how you get the muscle quality, maturity, and if you're on stage, you see the difference. Who trains how, So if you grow fast, there's no deep cuts in your muscles, nothing like that, So and you clearly can see, like, okay, man, that's more work in it, or maybe it's just like you said, more reps, not going too heavy. It's a big difference, it's a big deal for muscles.
Right.
People like when they start training, they go heavy right away. So as much I can lift and stay with the lower range of the repetitions. So and this is pretty good. So that's why I think you got this. I mean, everything is just how it should be. So that's why why I said before, don't overeat or don't overdo or don't overgrow. So don't do too much. Not kind of change your physique, So you don't need
Right.
much. You just need to get better, but
Yeah.
not bigger. Get
Yeah,
better.
that's kind of like what Tyler told me. Because I asked him after New York, and he was just like, man, just your hamstrings. Your hamstrings
Yeah.
would improve your placing. So I was like, all right. And then came Cal, I talked to Sandy, and then she was like, well, make sure you bring conditioning. Then when we dropped out of Olympia, I hit up Tyler first to let him know what our plan was. And I told him I wanted to get 275 off season before
Oh,
thinking about a show. And he goes, don't chase a number on a scale. Just compliment what you already have.
Yeah, yeah, he's right. He's right.
so
That's what I'm
have,
talking about. Yeah, so don't do that. I mean,
so before
because
you
you
had
cannot bring it
your
back. If you destroy the physique, you're not coming back from it. So
Right.
that way, is it your stomach or anything like that? You're not coming back.
Right.
Tonio, when you were
Awesome.
coming up, you kind of made that open debut outside the 212, and I remember seeing you. I kind of thought you were a combination of like Silvio Samuel and Dexter Jackson. Do you get that comparison a lot? Yeah. Do you know Silvio Samuel?
Yeah.
You know who Silvio was? Okay. Do you get that comparison a lot?
Yeah, I hear the Dexter Jackson a lot. It's either,
Okay.
the Dexter Jackson Reborn or the Dexter Jackson 2.0.
Right, Dexter. Well, I know Silvio Samuel. He was big. More. I don't. Dennis, did you ever compete? He was before you, wasn't he?
No. He
Silvio?
was with me.
Was he
Yes, it
with
was
you?
my time. Yes, yes,
He was
yeah. I
awesome
think we
because
turned pro same time, like '06, '07. Yeah.
he was shorter than Tonio, though, but he was, I mean, he was the guy that
Yes.
would win the 212 and the open in the same weekend. He did that several times. Yeah, you remind me a lot of him. So yeah, that guy was something else. But what is your ultimate goal, Tonio? Like, where do you think, whether it be weight wise or a look wise, where do you think you can potentially cap out at?
Honestly, I wouldn't want to be. So right now we're about 257. I wouldn't want to be 270 off season. 265 is pushing it. Stage weight, I want to be about 230, 235. I don't feel like I need to be, one of the 250s or, 245-pound mass monsters on stage. Olympia, when I got the 8th place finish, I was 214
Wow, that's
before
all.
finals, yeah.
Dang.
And then New York, I was 220. Cal was 223. So
Yeah.
I figured if we could put 10 pounds to that, we should
I
be
think that's
golden.
perfect. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I mean, yeah, Dennis, I was going to ask you how much, more size do you think he needs to put on to really be a top 5 Olympian? And I mean, 10 pounds, is that where you think you're at the
Yeah, I
most?
mean, it's not much. Sometimes weight doesn't matter. Sometimes you're not getting bigger or heavier, but you look better and more like kind of, you know, so good that people think you're gaining like 10, 20 pounds, you know. So sometimes the weight is not always going up, even in the off season, but the physique is changing anyways, you know.
Right.
So and yeah, just be careful. And I think it just, you know, every time you prepare for a show, it's always a progress. And, you know, every show or every prep getting you better. And then, like, a couple of things, like I said, condition, that's where you work always, you know, like getting more dryness, more condition on stage. And also, like, the body parts. So you work more on that, like hamstrings, whatever, you know. So you kind of pick your body apart and then see, okay, I need to put there a little bit of mass, a little there are some improvements, and that's how it works. If you're already at that level, you know, so you're not a beginner, you're not amateur, you know, so you're a champion. So and that means you're at the highest level of competitive bodybuilding. So I mean, so you don't need to kind of focus on the weight or just grow. So everything comes like, you know, at once, you know, kind of you're focused on improvements and you will improve, you know. So
Right.
Guys, it seems like, you know, coming and Antonio, you're a perfect example of this. Coming from the 212 division, a lot of these athletes are now at the top of the sport. And I know we asked Keon this last year, and he was all for it. Of course, I know you graduated now into the open. But let me ask you, Tonio, like if these shows that have the 212 class, Dennis and I have discussed this many times, would you be open, or do you think it would be, you know, interesting to have an overall comparison, not only, I guess, with the 212 versus the open winner, but now with Chris doing so well in the prog, do we throw the classic guy in there and have an overall, you know, in a show? Do you think that's overkill, or would you like to see that happen?
No, I think that would be cool, you know, because it's still, I mean, just like they do in amateurs, how you have your overall winner. I feel like they can throw that in the pro league as well. And I think it would be even better, you know, in the Olympia, and that person be Mr. Olympia. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you wouldn't have to say 212 or open, or I mean, it's just, you know, obviously you can win those divisions, but then we just have one, you know, one. I like that, and maybe you don't even call it like, you know, Mr. Olympia 212. It's just that division, and then Mr. Olympia is the overall. I like it.
It'll be more competitive as well, you know, to see that. And I mean, let's be honest, Keon with his shape and because he's shorter too, and because I remember I used to think Keon was pushing 212, and
but he's not.
Him saying he's like 200 pounds, I'm like, dude, there's no way. And but he could stand in the open. He could win open shows today if he wanted to.
Man, what I would honestly like to see even more than that would be to bring back the height divisions. I think that'd be awesome, like they did back in Arnold's day and Sergio. They had the shorter, and I don't know what the cutoff would be, but maybe 5'8", 5'9". You'd be right there on it, right? But then, you know, that way you're in the divisions, you're getting guys, and it's kind of turned into that anyway, but you're getting guys the same height, right? And then the taller guys together, and then you have the overall after that. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but that's what I would like to see. Bring back the height.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. It'd be different, right? I mean, they're evolving. We've had all these classes now. Let's throw a wrench in there and bring some height. I think
awesome. A little bit spice in there, yeah.
It would mix it up. And now these guys, you know, Hottie and these guys, they're not even competing against Samson until the overall. I think it'd be awesome.
Right.
So,
yeah, overall will be cool. Just to at least to see, you know, the look, like what's the big picture says about, you know, like standing like all next to each other. Yeah.
I think one day it'll happen. I don't know if anytime soon, but I think eventually, just, you know, just to get it exciting, I'd like to see it happen.
Well, it's like, you know, it always changes, you know, so like give it a couple of years, they bring something new.
Yeah, it's always evolving.
I guess that's going to happen anyways. You know, like maybe not soon, but someday maybe we'll see that.
Mm-hmm.
Tonio, a couple more questions, man. So you placed, I believe, 16th at your first Olympia, at least in the open, right? Yeah, all the way up to 8th, and I know you set out this year. So is the plan to really kind of keep doing like what you've done to keep progressing, or are you pushing even more food now, different protocols, or is it just stay the course like you have been since you've been so successful?
Well, it's crazy because as much food as that I'm eating, we're still staying lean. So it got to a point where Justin was like, you know what? I just want you to eat. Just try to lose your abs, eat, you know, because
try to lose your
lean. Yeah, like we just stay lean. I don't know what it is, and we don't push, supplements like that. I told Justin that day one, and we just been sticking to it, just kind of like what Dennis was saying. Play your own game, don't rush anything, and just stay true to the path. I feel like if we start trying to blast and rush and play catch up, then that's when everything's gonna go wrong, whether it's health or the look.
Yeah.
So us keeping it minimal like we're doing, I'm eating freely, and I feel the best. I'm strong. We look good, so I mean, why change it?
At this point, are you even tracking calories? Can you kind of give us an estimate of what you're at now versus like your pre-contest calories?
Oh man, I mean, so first thing in the morning, I'll eat about 4 slices of French toast,
I'm liking this
potatoes.
already. This is my diet right here.
Yeah, but 4 strips of bacon, like 3-4 eggs. That right there is 1,000 calories.
Oh yeah, easily.
Then after that, I'll do a shake. Dragon's Mass Gainer is over 1,000 calories. I'll eat again, and then I'll do another shake, which is another 1,000 calories.
But my buddy Jake is sitting here, and we're looking at each other because we're in our 40s now. Dennis doesn't apply either because he stays lean. But we drink that shake twice a day. I'm getting up to 25% body fat easily. So enjoy it, brother. I mean, I'm so jealous, man. Dennis can do it too, man. Y'all are sorry, man. Y'all just
hey, I have no issues with staying in shape or getting in better shape. That's what I can, So I mean,
last time I took a mass gainer, I was like 18 years old, I think. So, all right. So you're doing what, 3-4 solid meals a day, Tonio, and then a couple of shakes?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you: do you do any cardio in the off season at all, or you're just okay? And pre-contest, some?
Yeah. So when we're in season, I'll do my cardio. Justin actually pulls cardio away from me because how much I do. I'll do an hour fasted. I'll do an hour post on the stairs.
Really?
It's easy.
2 hours a day. Okay.
Yeah, it's easy for me, so it doesn't feel like that much,
Okay.
And during the cut, he'll let me do it because we don't lose size from it. As we get closer to the show,
attribute to have. That's the number one thing. A lot of guys, downsize. That's what I was kind of wondering, even with Derek and his legs, like, did he over cardio those legs? Like, I don't know how much he was doing, but so you said that's not really a problem for you. You seem to maintain your size. Good. That's impressive.
Yeah, and that's how peak week he'll pull me off the stairs and let me just get on the bike, just for the inflammation.
Are you a big supplement guy? Do you take many supplements? It's like, as far as like over-the-counter supplements, I mean, do you add a lot to I know you're sponsored by Dragon Pharma. Is there stuff that you really like to keep in your routine for health or for joints or anything like that?
Yeah, so I do, the basics, the fish oils, the vitamin C, ashwagandha, all that. But I have I just like learned about it on Amazon, and it's like ashwagandha with black seed oil or something like that. But it has all these aminos that was 100 of the 109 aminos that we're supposed to have, or something like that. I've been huge on that, and it's, man, from the hair, skin to nails, like, it's been different.
Okay.
It's definitely something I'll keep in for sure. I even let my little one take it too. So.
Oh, nice. You said it's good for hair and skin. So look, I mean, I'm losing all my hair, so I need to get.
At least you still got your hair. A lot of people don't.
I know Dennis.
I'm happy that it's still there, but it's like getting thinner and thinner.
Dude, one day we're gonna hop on here and Dennis is gonna say F it and shave his head like mine. Then we're gonna really.
I'm gonna wear a hat.
Oh, then the hats. I thought I was gonna be a hat guy, and since I shaved it, I'm just like, screw it. I've got 2 teenage daughters now, so I'm like, I want to look as mean as possible. So like,
right,
right.
Shave it, get a couple more tattoos, and good to go.
Just get your head tattooed.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of tattoos, man, Tonio, I know you have quite a few. Dennis is catching up, man. I mean, every time I think he goes overseas, he comes back with a new one. So. What's the next one?
It's cheaper than here in the US. So.
Yeah. Well, hey, when you're Dennis Wolf, it's cheaper. Everybody, yeah. All right. Are we gonna get some more
promotion?
Huh? Some people say if you're start putting tattoos on your body, something is like wrong or off mentally wise. So, but I don't think so. It's just
you're good.
It's
if you
like,
come back to one on your face,
it's like bodybuilding. You like it and just why not? So,
right.
That's
I
why.
like it. Yeah. Well, I think it's safe to say it's not going to hurt your bodybuilding career at this point. Tonio, when I can't even see yours. I mean, yours are dark enough, and I'm sure you use some kind of tanner. I'm assuming to kind of cover them up. Really? You don't use any kind of tanner?
They just put I get one coat one day, and then the next I get 2 coats, and then I'm good to go.
But you're using like a tan, something like that.
Oh yeah, they're spraying this. Yeah, they do the spray tan.
Yeah, just to make
I won the Arnold Classic with my forearm tattoo, so nobody even saw that. So I put the tattoo cover on it. After I was tanned, right before I went out on stage, nobody even realized that I have a tattoo. So yeah, it's pretty
I didn't realize you got one before you stopped competing, Dennis.
No, I won the Arnold. I was already tattooed, like my forearm was already done.
Well, Tonio, let's talk a little bit about next year. Do you prefer competing? Would you prefer to compete earlier in the year, try to get that qualification, and then come back for the Olympia, or are you looking to kind of qualify as you're going into the Olympia? Have you decided?
I think this year we're going to do it a little different and choose a show more mid-year.
Okay.
To try to, you don't want to take too much time off, or how do you explain it? We can stay lean and take a little break and then get back into it for Olympia. As where qualifying earlier just felt like a longer prep, and I get more anxious. I like competing,
right?
And so Justin hates it because I'm like, all right, let's do this show, this show, and this show. I already signed contract. It's going down.
Dennis, I mean, you competed throughout most of your career through the year, right? Did you enjoy that more, or doing it like not just over the Olympia, but to say like getting ready and doing one set of shows throughout the year? Did you like to do it multiple times throughout the year? Do you think that's beneficial, or which one did you like better? What do you think brought the best look?
I think if you stay on the road, like if you're in shape, right? So why not doing more shows? In the beginning of my career, I did like 2 years just Olympia, nothing else. I think it was a mistake. And then I started competing more and more, like doing 2 seasons, right? So like May or April, May, and then closer to the Olympia, I will do a couple of shows too. And of course, after the Olympia, we always had that European tour, so you did at least 3 shows after, so, and I pretty much liked it because like just to compete after Olympia, okay, everything is done, it's like the most important show in the year, it's behind you, and now you just just trying maybe to try something different to make you look a little bit fuller, sharper, blah blah, all of that. So that's what I liked about that, competing more often. And I don't know what it is, but it was a big deal. All Americans, when they will compete in Europe, they will not good, look good. So I don't know why they will always look watery, like soft, right? So, but for me, I knew how to deal with my body, and that's why I took all these, most the shows in Europe then after the Olympia. So, but I don't know what it is, but the Americans always struggled with the condition after the Olympia when they flew to Europe to compete. I don't know.
So, Tonio,
maybe just
don't compete overseas.
Unusual, because mostly in America, you're not traveling that far, right? So you don't have the jet lag. So if you go from New York to LA, it's 5 hours. But so you fly 12 hours, the jet lag and all that. I think that can mess up your body for sure.
Tonio, is this the longest break you've had since you turned pro, like as far as between shows? And it's not been that long, but I'm just saying it's because you're pretty consistent on your shows.
Yeah, this is first real off season that I've done.
Is this the heaviest you've been, or were you heavier before your accident?
No, so I was heavier before.
Okay.
The accident, I was actually 261.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's heavy.
Wow. And so last you said you were 220s on stage last year.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 230ish. I mean, I think is definitely a realistic goal. So you said the middle of the year. Do you have a show picked out, or we're just kind of gonna wait and see?
So shows that I've done before that I didn't win, I'm actually like redoing them. So the next one would be Chicago.
Okay.
I did Chicago in 2021 or no, in 22, and I got second chance one.
Okay.
And I haven't done it since. So Chicago. Kind of got my sights on that one. And Vancouver. I've been to Canada once, and I want to go see it again.
Nice.
So that's on the plate to take to Chicago.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Oh, very good. Awesome. Well, good. So you're back 100% now, or just got some burns, but you know you're training at full capacity is what right now?
Oh yeah, we're back to like nothing ever happened. You know, the only way you can tell something happened is because of the discoloration on the skin.
Okay. Wow.
So that's
all.
So
you said it was like a little over a month ago.
Yeah.
That's pretty fast, man. Because by your post, it sounded like you'd been out for like 6 months or something. But
so you've been using peptides for to speed up the recovery or something like that.
Yeah.
No, nothing. Honestly, once I got up, because when I was recovering, everything hurt bad too. So they gave me tramadol, I believe it was what it was, and man, I was taking those things like they were Skittles.
Yeah,
and then I realized, like, oh shit, I'm not even in pain and I'm taking these things. I need to get out the house. So then I just started like, moving around more, walking around. And I noticed once I was moving again, everything just started to heal way faster.
Were you able to from the blood circulation or so, just like, blood is like bringing all the nutrients everywhere, so maybe that's why. Okay, cool. Awesome.
He's like Wolverine, man. Yeah, I can't believe it.
It's funny. It's really quick, man. It's really quick.
That's what the doctor is.
He's the Predator, right? Doesn't Predator just like have a little thing and he just heals right up? So that makes sense.
Come back, yeah.
Try to do that. Maybe like something comes out here.
You got to do a guest posing one. You may have already done it with like the headpiece and everything, man. That'd be sick. You got to bring it out. Well, good deal, man. I really appreciate you coming on and kind of sharing a little bit of your story. Man, look forward. I guess, we'll start seeing more and more posts as we get the middle of next year. Anything else, man? I was going to ask you about, let me see. Dennis, you got anything else for Tonio?
Well, no, I'm still impressed with the recovery, like how fast it went. It's like, wow. Yeah, no way. I'm happy for you. So it's like you lose less time, like, it's like accident or something like that, getting sick. It's just time. And then in your head, it's just, man, that's what kind of bothers you the most, right? The time. Right. So if you're losing the time, so, and, it's awesome that you're already like back on track, and that's cool. It's cool. Good luck for like the next months, and so you can start to prep fully healthy and no accidents anymore.
Yeah, no accidents.
Now you guys
so just both park your bike in the garage.
No more bike. Come on, man. Let's keep the bike in the garage until the career.
Right. Well, it's cold now, so.
So one more question: Did if they would have done, like, let's say, the Arnold invites, have they have done those by now, or would you consider accepting that if you got an invite for that, or you pretty much gotta stick to your plan?
No, I wouldn't do the Arnold yet.
Okay.
I think it's respecting for the sport, kind of like New York. When I won that one, I actually wasn't planning on doing New York. I just wanted to do Cal. And because I just, if I'm going to do a big show like that, I want to come with it. I want to be that, oh, shit, we've never seen something like this before, So I think I'm not going to rush into the Arnold. I think the following year, not 25, but, following, I would definitely jump into the Arnold.
Good deal. Awesome. All right. Well, good. Well, we'll plan on seeing you middle of next year then. Again, and, you're close to Dennis over there. So, when you're in Vegas, maybe I can make it out there. But let me know if you come back down to Texas anytime soon, man. We'd could show you around. I got some connections down here.
Definitely.
So, good deal. Well, thank you. Great to get to know you. Thanks for coming on. We're going to wrap this one up. Did want to, again, mention our sponsor, OlympiaTradingCards.com. Definitely check out their website. Tonio, do you have an Olympia trading card yet? Did they get
Yeah, I seen them. They tagged me in a video, so I didn't even know that.
They usually send the athletes a card. I'm surprised they don't have one from you from last year. That's when
they said they were going to send one. I talked to them on Instagram. I just haven't heard anything back yet.
Okay. Well, I don't know her well, but Gloria, I'm going to hit her up and tell her that Tonio is waiting for his card. So
yeah,
I'm gonna get her to send you two, and I want you to sign one, and you can mail it back to me. All right.
I got you.
All right. Nice. All right.
Tonio, thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure meeting you. online here.
You as well.
So, and yeah, hopefully I'm gonna see you soon, better than
All right.
ever on stage.
Oh yeah, something
Absolutely.
great's coming.
Top 5
Awesome,
next
man.
year.
Let's
Top 5.
go.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Appreciate
And
you guys.
finally, check out nutritionwolf.com. Black Friday's coming up. Friday, Cyber Monday. Check out where you can get buy one, get one free on all products. That's going to do it for our time. Thank you to Tonio Burton and, of course, Dennis, the Big Bad Wolf. We will see you next time. And remember, stay hungry like the wolf.